All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Nat1Aftersnow. So this is a little section that we have that we allow people from the community to ask questions to our players via the Discord or Twitter or even live on stream right now, to where they can ask anything they'd like about the players' characters or the players' ideals, anything that they can think of that might interest them about the campaign. And so, on that note, let's kind of go over a couple things that are happening right now in the campaign before we even get started with the Q&A. So, let me raise up the music so we can get the gotta get nice and comfortable. Also, we need to bring chat up. Thought I had the chat box. Oh, I do. It was the place. All right, good. Welcome back, chat box. Look at you all being all cozy and shit. Yes, we are all nice and robed up and cozy and nugged. Okay, so for all those that are kind of just tuning into our game, a lot of people, or a lot of situations, have happened to these individuals. It has been a crazy ride up until now. Our campaign, as you can probably already tell if you've been watching, is more on the serious note. We do play a bit of heavy role playing versus your average D&Ders. And our campaign isn't necessarily the most beat and not fun. It could still be fun in general, but this is more of a horror campaign. So a lot of things have happened. We've had family members die. We've had dragons destroying whole towns. Grimly has camouflaged himself with the background. And so, yeah, there's a lot going on right now. Being that they stopped a whole Duragar attack, a large dragon destroyed all their homes, and now they are trying to stop what is seemingly an unstoppable force behind the never-ending nighttime and the never-ending winter. Words are hard. So, that's kind of what's been going on since we first started. But I'd love to go ahead and get started also with the questions our community have so lovingly asked since the last time we've had one of these. So we're going to go through a few questions, and if we end up, going through these quick, I have a few for our players just to kind of stir up some thoughts that might be going on in their minds for their characters and stuff.
Stir up some shit.
Yeah, let's stir some shit up. Yeah, basically. So let's start off with our community posts from Discord, which is where you can come in and hang out with us in between sessions. We talk about everything. We don't just talk about D&D. We got all kinds of stuff like video games and life and everything, like personal stuff, as in like our pets and our families, and it's a wonderful community of people. You guys have got to join. If you're in chat right now, exclamation point Discord. Get a direct link straight to it.
Fading away.
Gribbly is fading away into the background. All right, so I gotta get back to calling you your real names. All right, so first off, Yotane, member of our community, asks for all players several questions. Actually, we can run through a few of these. So first off, an obvious question: how has it taken the other players so long to find out and realize that Kinrava is evil as hell? And also, just an accompanying question: what will all the characters do when they find out Kinrava's evil intentions?
What evil intentions?
So, yeah, Kinrava's personality kind of shines in moments of duress, and she knows how to handle herself in those times. So it might seem to other people that they're not necessarily aligned so good at times, but Kinraba has a lot of character development to go. We'll just say. So anyways, let's get to the real questions. It says, at this point in the campaign, do you have any regrets to a situation your character should have done or didn't do, or shouldn't have done, and why? So it's kind of like a loaded question. Obviously, you might regret something that you've done because it was spur of the moment kind of thing, and you came up with a decision that maybe later on you were like, oh, probably should have done something different there. But think of something maybe that is not so obvious, you know? Maybe I shouldn't have shot the dragon or done something, you know? So let's go around the room. I guess we can start with Brad. Is there anything that, you know, your character regrets doing or not doing?
That's a tough question to think of all the situations we've been in. I mean, I think I wish I would have handled the Trey situation better when the dragon attacked.
The turning of the ranger. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think it's more of like actions that I took during that fight that I would have done differently. Had I hadn't been pressured in the moment and like you freak out, like what am I gonna do?
Yeah, of course. That's one thing I love about D&D. It just kind of puts you on the spot.
But I think that right now Grimly more feels like he's asking a lot from Helm, and he's starting to come to terms with not relying on Helm so much for.
Do you regret doing anything that or not doing anything for the purpose of that?
Purpose of that, not really
just
regret.
Grimly,
more
just
like
Grimly specifically, not necessarily you.
Huh? Yeah, it's a loaded question. He doesn't regret. I think he's just questioning. But yeah, I don't know. No real regrets yet.
No regrets. Got it. All right. What about
Maybe
you,
hitting
Trey?
the dragon would have helped him a little bit.
Yeah. What about you, Trey? Does Abel regret anything?
Not anything that he had control of.
Running in episode 1.
I do regret that because that haunts me to this day. I
What's
just thought
that?
it would be a funny thing when I ran from the Chewinga shadows.
Oh yeah.
That'll never escape my. That'll pervade through the
live it down?
history of Nat1 Fun. Yeah. Not really any regrets.
That's interesting.
No. I mean, he regrets. I don't think he really. Well, he might regret going straight to Tourmaline to look for Lena, but I feel like given the opportunity, he would do it again. He would go straight there every time.
Yep.
No regrets. I don't think so. Not yet.
What about you, Seth? Do you have any? Does Kin have any regrets whatsoever?
Truth be told, I'm honestly not sure. Not that I can think of at this moment. Maybe regret in not going to get that shield guardian right now.
You know, totally. Kin would probably be like, God damn it, I probably could have used that shit so much.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things she's regretting. She also probably regrets not going back to that tower to get like a lot of gold out of it if possible, but she's also like, where could I spend it now? We're all trapped here and there's only one town left.
Yeah, especially, I mean, if you're looking for gold, that's probably not, the most important commodity at this point. It's like,
yeah,
even if you had it, it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, so other than Shield Guardian, not really, though. Couldn't really take a Shield Guardian on the Griffins.
Yeah, that would also prove a little difficult.
Could probably take it on the Whale, but not the Griffin.
Ali, is there anything Olanu regrets or does not regret?
not going to find Ian immediately after waking up.
Interesting.
She just assumed that he was fine. He was just doing what he always does, and he didn't need to be checked up on.
So, in context for everybody that's watching, Ian was an NPC friend to the party that early on in the campaign, unfortunately, was murdered by an individual who was on a mass murdering spree, essentially, and caught, unfortunately, unprepared Ian in his crosshairs. And the party at the time decided that they would chase after a lead going towards like the caverns, I believe, in order to pick up a magical item, or at least retrieve some fishermen, some dead fishermen, and such, leaving, of course, their friend back in the city. Unfortunately, it led to his demise. So I totally understand where you're coming from. Checking up on him could have possibly made a difference. Taking him with you definitely would have made a difference. So there's that. But that's interesting. Interesting. Leodin, I'm sorry, Ray, is there anything Leodin has come to regret or does not regret at all?
Meantime, Icewind Dale.
Do what? Coming to Icewind Dale? I regret coming to Icewind Dale?
She doesn't like being in one place for more than
That's a
like
good
a few
point.
weeks at a time. That's not something she's used to, and so she's been trapped here for years now, and it's real rough. But that aside, it would also be Ian. Not leading him on exactly, but she feels like she could have been better to him.
I get that. I mean, I played Ian, so I understand like the awkwardness it was kind of like between the two of you.
Yeah.
Especially on his part, because he knew Leodin for a while before the incident. And it was more along the lines of he just finally had the courage to say anything to her outside of the normal, the normal run-ins that he had with you. So I mean, it's totally, I get it. So a lot of Ian in the party right now. We're kind of regretting not doing more around that character, which is cool. It's interesting because I really enjoyed Ian too. So
I think that
You really
helps me.
enjoyed murdering him.
But I didn't
I
enjoy
mean,
him that
sure.
much. I didn't enjoy him that much.
It kind of makes me think that Grimly would also have some regrets about abandoning his friend out in the storms.
Kind of going all the way back to start there.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So another question is by our friend Desbud on Discord. And Desbud asks, for the players and Dan, what is everyone's favorite class to play? Now, this is kind of course, outside of Icewind Dale, but I mean, it's fun still to kind of venture out if, the class that you're playing currently is not necessarily your favorite to play. I mean, I'll start, and this goes without any kind of question. It's pretty obvious, especially to my players. I prefer what are they called?
Artificer.
Artificer. I literally can never remember Artificer because my first go-to is Alchemist. Anyways, an Artificer is my absolute favorite class, and if given the chance to ever play a game of D&D myself, I will be an Artificer, and it will be fun. But yeah, it's gonna be a blast, and just the amount of customization you can do, the amount of things you can do with it is just so cool. Because it's not just customization like creating your own spells. What it is taking the spells that are already there and then twisting them into how your character would accomplish said spells, and that's the coolest part. So that's to me. Brad, what about you?
I really enjoy playing a paladin. I started playing a barbarian in another campaign a while back last year, right before this campaign started. So I was fairly new to D&D then, and I think Paladin's definitely become my favorite.
Nice.
Rogue was fun in our summer campaign. I had a lot of fun just playing that, but I still think Paladin takes the cake for me.
That's very cool. I mean,
The mix between being strong and also casting spells is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. What do they call it? Tank and spank.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. What about you, Trey?
I think my favorite class to play is
Ranger.
Warlock.
Oh.
Ranger's cool. I know everybody hates on the Ranger, but I'm having a lot of fun playing Hippo.
Great.
Warlock, I just like the modularity of a Warlock with all the different Eldritch Invocation, the sort of combinations that you can pick, the flavor with all that stuff, and then like the idea of a normal person giving power through some sort of pact from an entity. I don't know. I just like that stuff a lot. So I think Warlock is probably definitely my favorite.
See, that's an interesting take, because to me, I feel like Warlock doesn't get a lot of love, just like Rangers don't. So I think it's pretty cool, because I think what the first thing people think of when they think Warlock is Eldritch Blast, and it's like that's all they are, is just an Eldritch Blast cannon.
Which is fine if you like flavor it. It's just like attacking with the bow and arrow.
It's a very two-dimensional way of looking at it, because there's like you said, there's so many different flavors you can go with.
But yeah.
What about you, Seth?
Wizard, easily. Order of Scribes has been so incredibly fun. It's been so fun. I didn't realize Order of Scribes would be this fun.
I love it. I'm super happy that like you guys are playing what you like. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty cool.
I don't know why, but Order of Scribes, like, it may not be the top tier in terms of like anything, but it's so fun. Like, that's what I've been mostly enjoying.
Dude, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. If you're having fun, hell yeah.
I will say that I'm also interested in one time playing a Circle of Stars Druid at some point.
Ooh.
Very cool.
Like, I would be interested in trying that out.
Sounds cool.
Allie? You got a favorite? Is it what I think it is?
Enough.
Sorcerer, isn't it?
I was like, it's a sorcerer, right?
You like pulling your fingernails out, right?
I absolutely love caster classes.
Mm-hmm.
I hate being squishy.
So makes it difficult.
Yeah, it makes it so difficult.
It's
So I actually really love draconic sorcerers specifically, because they do get a little bit more AC. A little bit.
Yeah, little natural armor going on.
But I also really like clerics because they're both tanky and magic casters. So
Clerics are great.
Clerics are great, man. Clerics are great. You can be the healer all you want, or you can be a badass damage dealer tank.
Mm-hmm.
Throw fireballs.
Yeah,
Oh, so good.
There's all kinds of shit. The clerics are pretty cool. Well, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Draconic, very nice. Ray, your favorite?
1000% will always be the rogue.
Yeah. I think it's funny as you know, players and DM and friends all together, kind of like in between sessions, we all know what each other is about to say. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like, I will fully admit I'm enjoying playing a bard much more than I thought I would.
Mhm.
She makes decisions that I hate, but that's what she would do, so I have to do them. And should Leodin, because of the rule that I made for myself with this campaign, should she die, like really die, I still won't bring a rogue in. Because I told myself I had to play
something other than rogue
classes that I've never done before.
I love it. I mean, reaching outside the box too gets you like introduced to stuff like that. Like you said, you didn't think you were gonna like bard as much as you did, and that's awesome. I mean, because otherwise you would still feel the same way about bards.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoy it. Going back to one of Yotane's questions, Let's see. How do you think your characters will handle life once the issues with Icewind Dale are resolved? Um, yeah. So once everything's back to normal, quote unquote, what do you think is going to be like your character's first thing they want to accomplish? Grimly, Brad.
Oh damn. Huh.
Let's say,
I
for
think
instance,
Grimly-
the everlasting night and the everlasting winter are over. What
Friend.
would
I think
Grimly want to
Grimly would
accomplish?
like to probably travel back to the Dwarven Mines and maybe get to know some people, because he doesn't really know most of his clan. He's been estranged from them pretty much his whole life. So maybe try to make some dwarf friends,
Well, I'll tell you what.
learn some new trades.
I bet if you stop all that's going on with Grimly and everything like that, I'm pretty sure they'll be looking at you in a different light.
Yeah.
And will welcome your return, I assume. So, looking forward to that. About Abel.
Oh God.
If Abel makes it through this, what's going on?
Yeah, if he makes it through. Well, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on with Elena right now.
Yeah.
He's assuming that she's just dead.
Mm-hmm.
So if he makes it and he's kind of willing to die doing this right now, he's like ready. Like, I'll bring back the sun, and if I have to die, that's fine. I'll bring it back, and then I'll be reunited.
Yeah.
But if he
God.
lives,
Worm.
Oh no.
Okay, why, guys?
Hey there.
Why do you do
Hey,
this?
yo,
to us?
God.
No, why?
Oh, no.
all right, I'm leaving.
All right.
Right? Not one after
why?
snow. No, I'm kidding.
Probably just help rebuild whatever as much as he can for like a year or two in Brinchander, and then probably leave the Dale for warmer locales because his home is destroyed. He's good. He's done with this place.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, get the hell out of Dodge when you can, kind of thing. Because I mean, like right now, there's no escape, no matter what. So even if you wanted to,
Yeah.
leave, this is impossible. Anyways, Kin, what the hell would Kin do?
That's a very good question.
Rule the world.
No, she's got no interest in that. I think first of all, she would actually probably want to go to Candlekeep.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a library to raid.
She would like actually want to spend a few years in Candlekeep, I think. Just so that she could, just relax and actually enjoy herself, to actually fully understand what the surface is like.
Welcome in extra cards, by the way.
But after that, I really don't want to say that whole sequence we had this session kind of changed some of her goals a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Do tell. What
Sounds
was
like I need to
your
go-
sequence?
Sounds like I need to go watch
Or-
that.
Oh, that sequence, the dream.
The dream sequence, yeah.
Oh,
if,
dang.
if you're if you're watching this before the last episode, which was episode 28, right? Yes.
Yeah.
You need to go back and watch episode 28 because there was a lot of things that were revealed during the dream sequences that, like, literally changed the outcome of the game. So, definitely go back and watch that if you haven't already. So.
This fucking worm is too much.
I don't like it at all.
Stop.
I've got Dan's like camera covered up right now, so
All right, Alanu. What about you? What would she do? Obviously, she would return back to the home she just said, right? In the last episode, yeah?
So she would return back home. And she'd probably start to follow in her father's footsteps, and try and take over as the
Jesus Christ.
take over as the lead trainer for all of the warriors.
Ah, yes, the lead trainer of the Warriors. I agree. That's pretty cool. I mean, like, legit, that's just following in his footsteps, which is literally exactly what he wants. So, that's cool. I mean, interesting. And I want to see, you know, like, that dynamic of what would happen between you and the rest of the tribe too after you literally changed life in Icewind Dale after that. You know what I mean? That would be pretty cool. Like how they regard you, essentially. That'd be cool. Awesome. And Ray, what would Leodin do outside? Sorry, the first thing is like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
obviously. But what else?
Other than that,
yeah.
she would. Oh gosh, as of right now, she would not go searching for her troop, but she would try to find Sean. And now she's slightly concerned that her troop is in Icewind Dale.
Interesting. An interesting take.
Yeah, that's kind of where she's leaning, not fully, but just a little. And she would get them out. And also, if Abel starts to spiral, she would do her best to literally drag him out of
Icewind
Dale.
That's an interesting take too. I like that. So, kind of like bringing your depressed buddy along to try and bring him out of that feeling, which is really cool.
Yep. She would have done that even before he apologized, but now it's definite. This isn't gonna stay this way.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so a question to the whole group: how badly does your character want to beat Trovis's ass? He did essentially let both Allie and what's her name? Corey perish, as well as your canine friends and many more due to his drunkenness. So altogether, that's we want to beat his ass, I assume. Or is there anybody that doesn't want to beat his ass?
No.
Nah.
Not really.
Look at this. Okay, all right. I turn around.
But it's not like she wants to.
So essentially, what you're saying is that it's
spiral either.
Yeah.
But not.
So what you're trying to say is that this is a forgivable situation.
Well, no.
Redeemable.
It's not forgivable, but it's
is probably the better statement.
I'd say it's understandable. Like I get it. It's not great.
I mean,
From
no
Grimley's
honesty.
perspective, he didn't know a dragon was coming, and he was just being his usual self. And Grimley knows lots of drunks. Like, it's a common thing with dwarves.
Yeah, it's true.
So, and he's a drunk himself sometimes.
I mean, honestly,
I think that Grimley more like he understands the weight that comes with the death, and so he really doesn't blame Trovis at all.
I mean, honestly, I don't think Kinrava even gives two damns about him now. Like, she's like, you were so weak and pathetic that you let this happen. You're not even worth my oxygen anymore. Just go away.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
Oh, damn.
Like, if Trovis tried to talk to her, she would just turn to him and just be like, oh, you're still alive?
Yep. To be fair, burning a bridge like that, like basically a suspension bridge, because it wasn't necessarily like a hardened relationship. I could see that easily happening. So yeah. And then let's see. This one's a cool one. It says, when it comes to the role of your character in the party, like, you know, healer, damage dealer, utility, spank and spank like we talked about. What role would you rather see your character performing or doing more of if there is, for instance, something that you would like to do more of? Brad.
Pass. Somebody else answer first,
Okay. Trey,
so I can think about it.
what would you like to do more of?
I personally would love to see Grimly just start smacking shit down with smites and shit, because we haven't seen a lot of that. But I would love to start seeing more of that. For Abel, he does a little bit of healing. He has a little bit of magic. He's getting more magic, and so the archery stuff is cool. But I definitely want him to be healing support more. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't want to give up my incredible damage output, but I'm just kidding. But yeah, definitely more support like stuff.
Awesome. Ken, does Ken want to do anything else?
Nothing I want to say right now, I'm going to say.
Fine then. Keep your secrets.
I mean, she's obviously plotting for Velony not to survive this trip, but other than that.
I think you guys have all made it clear that Velony is not necessarily welcome amongst the group.
Hey, to be fair, I actually went to try and save her, but then
Hey,
the avalanche came in.
Oh no, I'm going a little too slow.
Also, I think you're supposed to be a worm right now.
Am I? Was there another one?
I think so. Yeah, Arthur.
I see a highlight message.
Oh, never mind.
I didn't see it now.
Yotane, it was just a message.
No, he
wasn't it?
made a clip. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
never mind.
Let's see. Carry on. Olano, is there anything else that you would like Olano to be doing right now, aside from being a slayer?
She's definitely there to keep most of the damage on herself and not let anyone else take the heavy hits. Like she's there to be the frontline defender and
more
do damage.
Are you trying to make her more defensive than aggressive, or?
Oh no, she's aggressive. But she knows that she's the one who can take the most damage.
Okay. Is there anything that Leodin would prefer or would would like to see herself doing more of?
I don't know exactly what Leodin's role in the party is, so I don't know.
She's great.
If she's...
So
No, I
she's
didn't
great.
say
She's
she's
like-
great.
Saved her
I
ass more
said
than
she
once.
doesn't know her. I don't know her role.
She's the ass saver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's the true hero. You mean?
No. Is there anything? I mean, not particularly. She does a lot, like, what she can do, she generally does well.
I was gonna say she already does everything great.
Utility, dog. Utility. That's where it's at. I'm telling you.
I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
She's literally a jack of all trades.
Now
I know,
remember
because
what.
I'm past that level.
Yeah.
Now I know what Kinrava wants more of. She just wants goddamn comfort.
That's not wrong.
Just wants a nice warm bed that's not crap.
Is this just a fight question or
No,
just
like
anything?
what would you, it says specifically, in a general sense, what do you think that the role of your character in the part? I'm sorry. Which role would you rather see your character performing or doing more of?
I think that Grimly is starting to feel less. How do you say it? Like whatever it takes. I think he's starting to feel whatever it takes to get the end result of ending the winter done, whether that be lawful or not.
At the whatever
More
it
of that
takes
or less
stage.
of that?
What's that?
You feel more of that or less of that?
Less lawful, more neutral towards his actual what he is. Like from the start of the campaign, it's always been lawful, but now he's starting to go towards more neutral, like this war thing that's coming. He's early in the campaign that probably would have bothered him, joining a war that he wasn't a part of and killing because they don't like each other. But I feel like he has less weight about that because how important this is, and also just the alignment with his god is that direction too.
Actually, thinking about it now, I will say I think the one thing I do want Kinrao to do more of is just to have some more interactions with like people and Grimly more than anything else.
Film it all.
Yeah.
Abel doesn't really fuck with Ken like that.
Oh, Grimly and Kinrava can have a great time.
Oh yeah. You know what's great
Give him
about
some
that
ale.
little I was about to say what's great about that dynamic that you guys had in this last episode was that like even though Grimly was acting like a goof and Kinrava like came up to not necessarily scold him, like she came up to like basically be like this is kind of who he is. Like this, you know, just go with it kind of thing. She's not there to end the fun. She's there to kind of be like, you know, this is kind of what it is.
I will say
Yeah,
I do want to see more interaction between Kinrava and the two guys. I will say that, just because like it seemed I don't want there to be sort of like only one group that she like is only interacting with, you know, like only one half of the party and not so much the other one.
Well, I'll say storyline wise, or you know, a backstory wise, or whatever. You know, you come from a matriarchal society, you know, where women are kind of the go-to. You don't really talk to the men; they're kind of lower than you, kind of thing. And you know, coming into your own and realizing that you know that this society is ran completely different, not necessarily completely different, but different. You know, I think it makes sense that it's still kind of taking some time for her to.
She definitely does want to talk to him about that rope trick spell because she was like, I have never seen anything like that before.
Hell yeah, dude, hell yeah, for sure.
I finally got to use it.
Perfect.
Chef's kiss. That was brilliant.
Good.
That one's
What
gonna
a
be my
weird
surprise.
spell.
It is such a weird spell.
Okay.
I was thinking, what do I misty step above the avalanche and just ride it down?
Like a surf, like a wave.
Yo, she wasn't gonna kill Velany right there and then. We still kind of need her right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, don't get me wrong. she's just
Leodin does
tempted.
not feel that way, and she would be
We could find
perfectly
our own
fine.
way.
If she had one more round, I would have asked Alani to help me just tell Velny to grab the rope, and we would have just yanked her up on the rope into the space.
That's true. That's true. That could have been possible too. So, quickly kind of getting out of the questions from Discord so we can ask chat live real quick. One last question, just in general for myself. Question from Yotane. Says, out of all the characters, which one do you believe has suffered the most and the least so far in the campaign?
Answer to both.
Well, I personally believe that I would say losing a direct family member due to a dragon attack would probably be the most suffering acutely, like right now in the moment. But over the longest period of time, I would think that Grimly has suffered because he has suffered every single day since the start of the campaign. In terms of like his nightmares, in terms of what's going on mentally in his old noggin, and you know the fight between his god and blah blah. So it's been tough for him.
Burster.
I know there's some. I know there's some.
Because you're gonna say it enough that if one day it's just gonna pop out.
Yes.
It's like you're summoning it back to life.
I don't think Dan
Just haven't
forgot about it,
forgotten.
dude.
I will say out of the group, probably Kinrava, because I think she can disassociate enough that it doesn't really affect her. So even if she does have loss, even if it has like, you know, a lot of things have changed for her, she can disassociate so much that it doesn't punish her as bad as it might punish somebody. So I'd say that.
I will say that, like, In terms of backstory, I would actually say Kinrava would probably have been the worst.
I was
But
gonna
in
say I
terms
know
of,
there's a
like,
lot of shit in her backstory.
like right now, in terms of like the actual game itself, she's probably suffered the least out of everyone. Just
Yeah.
because like
There's definitely
now
a difference between like acute, like everything happening right now, like how much
Yeah.
people have suffered, versus like their whole backstory, like how much they've suffered.
Yeah, like right now she's mostly like kind of still in survival mode more than anything else, so she's not really clinging on to anything too tightly. Well, she's starting to get a fondness for the group more than anything else.
All right.
Although,
so,
like,
Drow,
survival
thank
kicks
A
you.
in.
little fist pump.
Survival kicks in right away, like that fly spell, for example, was a great example.
that was
It'll
hilarious.
take one time Kinrava getting knocked down and a good lay on hands.
Yep.
Have you
Um,
never gone unconscious?
Not
Nope.
yet. I've come
Nope.
Man.
close.
All right.
I've
Ice Heart.
tried. I've tried. He's
Ice
the,
Heart, me and you. We gotta
I've
take her
tried
out.
the shield. I think he got to like literally 1 or 2 HP before though.
I've gotten to 1 HP.
yeah. I've
1
tried. There's been
HP.
times where he gets pretty damn close. Okay. Let's go ahead and ask some questions in chat. I did see one earlier. Arth highlighted his message, so we're gonna go with that one first. Chat, if you have any questions like right now, you're more than welcome to put them in chat, and I'll read them out loud. So, first off, Arthur, one of our amazing mods and incredible community members, puts out the question: how do y'all feel about the fact that this has been going on for almost a year since Dan started the application process and selection for all of you as players?
Have we ever
Yeah.
talked about this stuff on stream?
No, this is
No,
the
I
first
don't
time.
think so.
This is usually what we talk about after the stream ends, and
Yeah,
we're
this
just hanging
is
out.
generally what we talk about later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just freak
But-
out that we were chosen.
Yeah, it's really
Um,
weird, guys. Like, it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing about this whole situation is when I put out the application, I put out an open application on Roll20, and I think I even put out the application on Facebook. And so
I saw it on Facebook.
yeah, I had probably about, I think upwards of like 10 or 11 applicants. And it was so hard as a human being to turn someone away from a game. And it was just like, okay, first off, gotta get my friend Allie. I know Allie in real life, so it's like, gotta get my friend Allie. But the rest of the party, I was just like having to go through and being like, okay, this person seems cool. This person seems cool. This person seems cool. And I'm like, oh shit. So I won't say that it was random, because it definitely wasn't. I loved talking to each and every one of you guys before the game started. But I was skeptical, let's say, of how well everything would work out, because first off, this is like Brad's first large campaign, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
First serious campaign. The
Yeah.
one that I started before this was like each episode you gained a level. Like it wasn't storytelling at all.
Oh.
It wasn't in depth. No role playing.
Yeah.
It ended in like 2 months. So,
Yeah. I
No
mean,
shit,
for
because
sure.
you'd be at level 20, and where do you go from there?
but as a serious campaign, this is my first.
You're doing a great job.
So yeah, no, you're doing a fucking
Oh, hell
bomb ass
yeah.
job,
You're
dude.
fucking
So,
great,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks, guys. Aw.
And so I was kind of like skeptical on like not necessarily just Brad, but like the dynamic of the team. You know, you never know. And so I was super nervous and everything. And then I was like, I'm gonna turn this into something. I'm gonna stream it, obviously, because that was like one of the prerequisites, letting you know that it'll be online. But I didn't really think it was going to be like, hey, let's do this so we can start getting paid and sponsorships and blah blah and everything like that. As a matter of fact, this is a pay-to-play campaign. Good old Dan here doesn't have a real job like a regular human adult. So this is kind of what I do, and I try to.
Yes, he does. Stay-at-home parents, that's a big fucking deal, even if
Okay.
they send their kids to daycare.
Well,
I have 2 sisters that would fight you for those words.
I'll say this. I literally just recently, like within the last month, started sending him to daycare. So juggling kids while doing this, that was tough. But now I can kind of focus in on things, which is really nice. But yeah, we start this thing as a pay to play, and it's been like a lifesaver for me. Like, let alone enjoyment. In terms of being able to come back every week and bring that same energy that I put forth to DMing and stuff. You have something, Ray?
Are we going down the line on this question, or can I
Yeah,
jump in at
absolutely.
any
No,
point?
go
Okay.
for it. So, like, same thing. It's like, how do you guys feel? It's been almost a year. What's been your like thought process through the whole journey? You know what I'm saying? We'll go from the
Watching-
other side, Brad. Fuck you. We're gonna go to the other
Yay!
side.
Okay, let's go. I got this. Let's
The
go.
one side, Brad wants to answer immediately.
He was so eager.
I was actually
Okay,
gonna pick on
so-
Trey there, but it's
Ray,
cool.
fuck off. Or no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ray. Go.
So I remember. So I have directed and done a ton of community theater, so I completely understand the winnowing process and how difficult that is. And so the whole time, like after the audition and everything, I thought interview and everything, I thought, well, if I don't make it, I still did it, and I can try again somewhere else, and this will be a great community. Dan seems to be a cool person. Whatever. It at least I did it. And I was at my sister's for a Halloween party, and I spent the night. And because Dan was in Germany, and so his time is different than mine, I woke up to the message of, "Hey, I want you to be in the party." Like, I don't know, it's like 5 in the morning, and I had been up drinking until like 2, and I was stone cold sober at that moment, and I rolled over and was like, Cavender, like trying not to wake my sister, but trying to get my boyfriend awake. I was like, look, I'm in it. And he said, that's really, wait, what? Like he just was whatever, and then he processed it. It's like, I made it. And then I was like, but you can't tell anybody yet because he's not told everybody in the community. And then he was like, who do I know? Nobody, so you're fine. So I like told a few people, and I was very excited. And then as it's grown, I literally thought, I've never met any single person in the Discord. That's a lie. I've met one person on the Discord in life. I'm dating him, but that's because I forced him to be in the Discord. Other than that, like, I've never met any of these people in life, and I will hands down go wherever you are and kill somebody. That is on the record, internet. Should like
Cut the VOD.
party member
Cut the VOD.
need it. Because it's one of those where I didn't think that I didn't think I was gonna have the same like bond with just online players that I do with like my in-person players. Yeah, I was wrong. So this has been a great ride, and thanks, Dan, for
Awesome.
picking me.
Whatever, man. You deserved every bit of it.
You're worth it, Leodin.
So I guess
Thanks.
Allie, same kind of goes to you. I know we played together for what, upwards of a year and a half, I think,
Year and a half, yeah.
something like that beforehand on Tomb of Annihilation.
Tomb of Annihilation, yeah.
That was hella fun.
So I was a little nervous, having known you that would kind of put a.
She
I
was
don't know.
nervous because she knew me.
I was
She's like, I don't know, it's Dan.
no, I was nervous that other people would not like the fact that I was in the party and I knew you in real life.
Fucking
So I was a little
nepotism.
nervous.
Whatever.
Yeah, I was a little afraid of that. But I've also it's really hard for me to actually open up to people, especially when I don't know them. So I was a little nervous about that, but y'all are awesome, and yeah. So it wasn't after like getting to know you guys a little bit, it became easier.
All right. What about you? I was gonna say Trey, but then looked over. Seth, what about you?
I've actually been really loving it. Like, this is actually my first like official playing in a 5e game, because other than that, I was usually playing Pathfinder.
Oh,
Mhm.
right.
but I've been really enjoying it, and I've been like determined like throughout this entire campaign to sort of like prove that you can actually work an evil character into like a story and such without it being like, oh, I'm gonna backstab everyone, or I'm gonna kill the party or anything like
So
that.
I want to put this as a point of order. Literally on the application, I said no evil characters, period, whatsoever. If you have
Yep.
evil
I
in
remember
your
that.
description of your character, then no evil character. And out of all the applicants, I've only had one person say, "Hey, I wanted to make an evil character," and that was Seth. Now Seth brought a different dynamic to it when I started to talk to him and stuff like that, and I was like, you know what? Let's try it. Let's go with this, because everybody else, they had their characters in mind and stuff like that, but yours brought another level of dynamic to the party that I didn't really think about whenever I put the no evil characters in. Because here's the deal. You're not chaotic evil. You're not fucking evil ass evil. It's like a different type of evil. For all intents and purposes, it's not evil. It's just
Yeah.
a way that the character acts during certain situations that really, really brings a different dynamic to it. And I think it's great.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to sort of like prove that like you can actually make it work. Because I know a lot of people are like really like, ooh, evil characters, ooh, this is bad. But if you're not stupid about it, you can still make it work perfectly well. And I really wanted to. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but like a lot of Kinrava's spells, they're horrible spells. Like, they are not nice scripters for a lot of the shit she does with those spells.
I've noticed.
There's like blood coming out of people's ears and eyeballs for most of the shit he does.
Mhm.
Psychic
Ray,
damage is no joke.
Ray, you
I mean,
killed
don't get me
someone by
wrong.
psychically assaulting them with old memories, and
Yeah, I mean, I don't make them like relive all their past trauma like Leodin does.
Hey.
You've killed somebody by past trauma.
Fuck you, Brian.
yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Y'all need to go. Y'all need to go back and watch that episode for sure.
Yes,
Right.
yes, you do.
I
That
really
was a
just-
beautiful moment.
It was good.
But I really just like wanted to sort of play a character that like uses evil powers, but for a fairly good cause. Like, if that makes any sort of sense.
I mean, you've absolutely nailed it. Like you nailed it on the head when you say like you have this evil like character that totally
Mhm.
like melds with the group in a sense. Of course, you know, it's not necessarily like a a positive and a negative magnet, but it is less of a detriment to the party than it is, a help. I think he's doing great so far. You're doing
Yeah,
awesome, dude.
I'm just really happy that like I'm actually able to like play that sort of character in this sort of group, and this group is amazing as well anyway. Like, everyone's characters are just so dynamic, and like there's no still characters, no one stays still here, and it's just it's great. You guys are great role players, it's amazing.
Trey, What'd you
Trayvon
think?
James Terry.
what did you think about
Wait. What's your middle name? Did you say James?
James.
Cool, thanks. That's all I needed to know.
She's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Now, what's your credit card number?
You want my social security number too?
Not yet, thank you though. That's too suspicious.
So, what do you think about the whole process so far since then?
Oh, it's such a light in my life. It's like one of the only things I really look forward to, like every week. And
You hear
I remember.
that Trey's party he DMs for? Fuck you guys.
No, that's not what I mean.
This is literally
That is
the
exactly
only
what he
reason
means.
I wake up in the
This
morning.
is my only reason
Fuck
that I
everybody
even
else.
get up. No, but I remember when I was just looking for a game to play, because I've never been a player in a campaign. So I was like, I just want to play for once. And so I went on Roll20, and then I saw your thing, and I was like, streamed? Okay, I'll apply. And then we had our little interview, and I was like, man, Dan's a cool dude. I hope I get picked. And then I feel like we had a lot of similar ideas on what a DM should be and how a player should be. And I feel like that's where we kind of connected a lot.
Mhm.
And I don't know. It's crazy to think that it's been a year. It's crazy.
I agree.
It's like it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. It's finding
A
y'all.
follow-up question.
Yeah, Rick. What's up?
You've never played? You've only DM'd?
Yeah. Why do you think I know the rules?
Yeah.
Fair.
That's the same for me with Pathfinder.
True.
Like, I've DM'd it, and I've been forced into a 5e DMing role with some friends of mine before I joined, but not played. It's,
Yeah, when I
well, I
started
got,
DMing, nobody knew the rules, so it's basically just me. And I'm like, okay, here's how everything works.
You know the
And
rules, and I do
well,
not.
so
actually,
It works.
But yeah, it's great. I love this.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear it, man.
Oh.
Glad to hear it.
I've got to say though, like, confession time, I did not read, like, the streaming thing when I first signed up. So, like, when it was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be streamed,
That's
this is gonna
quite a
do that, I was
surprise.
like, oh, okay, I did not know this was gonna be a thing, but hey, I'll go for it.
Hell yeah.
Dude, good job.
Nuts. What about you, Brad? Sorry I made you wait. You had something just sitting there waiting.
It was just a joke. But for me, when we first applied, I had watched a lot of Dungeons and Dragons online, kind of like a lot of Critical Role and stuff, other clips and stuff. And that's what got me hooked because I've always loved fantasy games.
Mhm.
And I was interested. So I was looking up ways to play in an online game, and Roll20 was suggested on like a Reddit post or something. So I went on and like filtered through, and it was a Saturday game, and I saw that you were going to stream it, and I was like, this is literally perfect. It's in the right time frame for when my wife's at work, and I've been streaming for like 4 years now almost. So I had no problem with that. And honestly, I was looking for a group that or
Twitch.tv/, Brad Claps.
I was actually looking for a streamer that was doing it as well. And I ran across Dan, and I was like, this is literally everything fits perfectly.
Checked all
So
the boxes.
I really hope that I make it into this group. And then we had our online interview, and Dan was so cool. He basically laid out like his rules and how it was going to be, and that it was going to be dark, and that interested me because I like horror movies and stuff. So I was really looking forward to this, and I was just praying that I get into this group. And as for everybody else,
I'll tell you, if anybody fell into the role of like wanting to make this like as horrific as possible, Brad immediately was like, I want to be haunted. I want my life to be hell. I want everything to be terrifying. It's going to be the worst campaign ever. I was like, all right, let's do it.
Wait.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I wanted Grimley to have shit behind his head the whole game.
Yep.
But
Ew.
Ew.
But as for like this whole year, it's been great turning into something that I didn't depict before that as playing a game and playing in my first D&D game. I didn't know all of this camaraderie that you can get out of playing with other people. And so from that, meeting everybody and playing in this campaign has been just another blessing on top of getting to play my first campaign. And it makes you want to do a good job each week because, you know, at first you're kind of nervous and you're trying to come up with how your character will be. And you're wondering what chat's going to say during the episode and if they're going to agree with your character choices. And that's went away. Now I just get to play the character that I envisioned at first each week with other characters that I've fallen in love with along the way. So it's been great.
Yeah. Now it's like, fuck chat. Whatever they think, who cares? Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Guys. If I want to pay full price for an axe for my friend.
That was great.
My thing.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I suffer from depression pretty terribly, and the thing that I noticed helped me ridiculously during the plague that we all have been a part of this year, 2 years almost. Fuck. Anyway, was D&D, and so when I noticed that, that's when I started searching out another game, and that's how I found this one.
Well, I'm glad that this can be a moment of respite to the weeks, the weeks end of all of the like bullshit that's been going on in real life. It's always nice to be able to come to a D&D game, even if the game itself is depressing in terms of what's going on in it. You can still come here to have a good time. Bringing your head out of what's happening maybe close to you and putting it into another character and stuff like that definitely, absolutely can help, you know, bring yourself out of a funk that maybe you don't even know that you're in at times, and leave the game, one, wanting more, and two, just kind of, I guess, more it's almost like having like a good cup of coffee in the morning kind of thing. So just you get through the day of D&D and stuff like that, and it kind of leads into the week being like, okay, let's go, let's do this, let's get to that next game kind of thing. And it's been like that for me for sure. I come back the next week just like super ready and interested to know what you guys are gonna do as players. It's kept me going each week, the willingness to want to come back as players. You don't get the whole I gotta walk the dog this Saturday and stuff like that kind of thing. You guys are active in the community. If anybody has questions or anything like that, we have like amazing mods, but you guys as players yourselves have shown me that everything that I've done up to this moment is completely worth it. So you guys are amazing, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys equally, because you guys have all been amazing. I want to put an extra special thank you real quick though out to Ray, because everything that we've done in the game is fine and everything like that, but outside of the game, Ray has done so much for this community in terms of giveaways, in terms of setting things up when it comes to just basically everything. Everything is set up so well beforehand, because Ray has always been there as a backboard to throw ideas off of. And when it comes to giveaways and stuff like that, that shit is coming out of pocket, because to be honest, we don't get paid that much. And so when I say that much, we literally get paid like pennies to the dollar when it comes to like sponsorship and stuff. We don't get much. So she's doing all that stuff literally for you guys as a community. And so I want to give an extra special thanks to Ray, because a lot of the stuff that's happened here wouldn't have happened without her. So thank you very much.
We love you, Ray.
You're the
Love you
best.
guys.
All right. And on that note, thank you all for joining us for the Nat1Aftersnow. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you all for joining us. It's been a wonderful day, and it is about time we call it a night. So until the next time we catch you in the snowy tundra of Icewind Dale, keep being your best selves. Bye, guys.